Rooted fam, welcome to another episode of the Rooted Connections podcast. If you're new here, welcome. On this podcast, we explore our roots, we explore growing up African and how that has translated to our adulthood and what life is like for us generally and everything in between.
Yep.
My name is Uju. I'm here with my girl.
Hi everyone, it's Pam. I'm so excited to be here once again
Absolutely.
with you guys.
So thanks for riding with us a whole 2 seasons.
I know.
Right? I can't believe it actually. And thank you so much for all the feedback. Like, we've been blown away.
Honestly, and I think for me, what has really been lovely to see is the feedback has been very varied.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes you get feedback from people who are your people, so you don't know how to take the feedback because of course you expect your people to tell you that you're doing well. So to hear feedback from random people that we've met through the podcast, people that have engaged with the podcast, even younger, as in honestly, I've been completely blown away. So thank you guys so much. And we just would really love for you to continue to engage. This season we've learned so much and we continue to learn, and the journey has been amazing because you guys have made it easy for us to just keep going. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Rooted fam, I call you're part of our family. Honestly, all of you that comment, all of you that send messages, for all of you that are sending private message, just try help us and comment, please. Sometimes
thanks.
Try so that at least we can get the engagement going even on our socials and even on YouTube and all that. So thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you guys. So today is the end of season 2. I know.
The end of another season.
And today what we're going to be talking about is the things that we are unlearning.
Yep, absolutely. One of the things that we've been very open about on the podcast is our journey as adults. We've talked very openly about how we came to the UK and the things that we have been, the processes, our journey, friendship, marriage, motherhood, and everything in between. So,
growing up.
Yeah, just adulting.
40. Yes, still is.
You are welcome.
Thank you
in
so
the name
much.
of the Lord.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a big deal.
It is.
I joke, but it's actually a big deal.
Yeah. But in all honesty, I actually don't feel, I don't know if are you supposed to feel a certain way when you turn 40? I don't know.
Someone said to me that wisdom comes.
Anyway, I agree. I think generally I don't feel any different to how I felt maybe in my 30s, but obviously I would say that I have less tolerance for certain things now.
I was just going to say, you are this your tolerance.
It's true. I have to say it. It's true. I do. There are just some things that I can't.
You can't hack anymore.
I can't. I don't have the capacity.
So I suppose that's the first thing you're learning then. Suppose.
Yes.
The first thing that we are learning to unlearn is to reduce BS.
Yes.
Take it out from our space.
Yes. No nonsense, no capacity or nonsense. Nothing like that, please. Don't bring it near me. Keep it far.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it far from me.
Absolutely. I think but 100% is a thing. I think the older you get, we joke that we say it's when you get to your 40s, but I think it's at a different age for different people. But it gets to a stage where you start to only take in or what is important.
Yeah.
You have to identify what is important to you, and anything that doesn't fit in, unfortunately, has to start going.
Exactly. Because, as I suppose as you get older, you deal with more complex issues of life. And the one thing that I don't think is fair for anybody to have to deal with is adding complex relationships to that. So friendships that don't serve you, situations that don't serve you, I think you just do it's a disservice at this point to not be able to address it.
Yeah. To be honest, I think even one of the things I had to unlearn is even stuff like jobs. A job that is not serving you.
Yeah.
I learned it quite late, but here we go. But if it's not serving you, you have to bite the bullet and just move on.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I should start singing. You guys, have you missed my singing?
No, please. No, please. Actually, yeah. Sing.
Pamela, you are not nice. You are not nice.
It's season
this
finale.
How you set me up last time. You encouraged me to sing. When I not finish singing, you say I should start.
Season finale. Just give us some Beyonce.
No.
Season finale.
No. So yes, that's one of the first things that I have to say I've put in the bucket of things that I'm unlearning. Okay. Is even career-wise, in life in general, things that are not serving you, things that are not adding, you have to just remove them.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay, so I think we've made a list of some things that we want to unlearn. And for me, one of the first ones that I'm going to talk about is today I'm unlearning that suffering is a badge of honor.
So essentially, suffering is not a badge of honor.
It's not.
Yeah.
So basically, a lot of us have this conception that, for you to be seen as somebody who is honorable, somebody who is a hard worker, you really have to overwork yourself, be emotionally drained. You're literally giving so much of yourself that you have nothing left.
And it's not even just I think it's particularly bad for us women. We feel like we need to struggle. We are the ones that have to eat the bottom of the pot. We are the ones that have to wake up first. You are the one that has to go to bed last.
Bottom of the pot. That's where the food is sweet.
Forget that thing. We have told ourselves that.
No, I'm serious. Have you had jollof rice?
A bottom pot jollof is nice.
Have you had
bottom pot jollof is nice?
I just thought but that one
is the only exception. Every other thing, why am I eating the bottom of the pot of white rice?
Or even eating from the pot.
Yes.
Eating from the
suffering
pot
is not a badge of honor.
No, it's not.
And we even take it even spiritual, If you are not suffering for Christ, you are not serving. But I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying life is expected to be a bed of roses, but at the same time, we should not be expecting suffering.
To show that, you're really doing this Christian thing, that you're really going through the Christian race.
Yeah.
I don't think that God's plan is for us to go through that.
To suffer.
To suffer in that sense.
There will be...
It comes with it.
There are challenges, don't get me wrong. And there's sometimes standing on the side of, Christ can feel like suffering in some respects.
Yeah, yes. Especially in the world that we live in today.
Absolutely.
It's becoming obviously a lot more difficult to really own your faith and stand on your faith. But, ultimately, I think in the sense of what we're actually talking about, God's plans for us are of good and not of evil.
100%.
100%.
So
even in that season, it's a season. Whatever it is that you're going through, know that at the end of it, it's a process where it all comes together and it will all make sense.
Absolutely.
So rather than wearing it as a badge of honor, oh God, I can see I'm suffering for you. Nah.
Yeah, it's God for me. Is something is God. What is the lesson I'm supposed to be learning?
Absolutely.
Here? Like God, what is this for? What is the lesson?
What's the purpose for
so
this?
that I can get to that point and get past that. Because sometimes our suffering is elongated because we are wallowing in it. And we're not learning what's the lesson that God is trying to teach us in that season. So we are not going to come out of it because we have not passed.
Because you're stuck.
We have not passed the exam.
Yeah, you're stuck in that God see me. Rather than what is the reason for this?
Why am I here? What are you trying to teach me? How do I come out of this with you and stronger? So yes, that's a very, very important lesson. And I think for me, another thing that I've unlearned, and it's something that we have said all through this season, all through even season 1, is that motherhood is not the only measure of a woman's worth. Like, we are women, we are so much more.
Yeah.
We are so much more. And if you are a woman who it hasn't happened for you, it's like, don't stop.
Yeah.
Don't slow. Don't be. You're more than that. I was listening to a podcast recently, and this what's her name? Ife's Kitchen.
Yes, I think I saw
where
that.
she was talking about her experience, and she said the one thing that she didn't do was stop. She pressed on with her cooking thing, her
Content creation,
her recipes, her content creation, and all of that. Whilst you can look at it as a coping mechanism for what was going on with her, but she gave herself a bigger sense of purpose. And right now, see, everything has come together for her.
Yeah.
But so because she pressed ahead, then by the time she had the children, she didn't say this in these words, but it's from the outside you can see it. She then had the flexibility to choose content creation.
Because I think she quit her job.
She quit her job as a lawyer, but because she had put in all that work in her days of waiting. When the one thing that a lot of us mothers struggle with is that time. But you have to work.
Yeah.
And then you go and you have the mom guilt because you're working and not being there.
Yeah.
But because of all the work she had put in that season, she then had the flexibility to choose this career that meant she's an entrepreneur. So your time is more flexible in that way.
Yeah.
So, and whatever it is, it could be anything that you are waiting on. Sometimes it's marriage, sometimes it's children, sometimes whatever season you are that you are waiting, or whatever it is you are waiting for. It's kind of like, we need to learn to not stop. We are more than one measure, that we give ourselves. The example I've used here is motherhood, but it could be whatever. It could be marriage. You know?
And I think even in saying that is a lot of the time, because you're waiting on something or someone or for a thing to happen, you forget to prioritize yourself.
Absolutely.
Because you just stay focused on that thing not happening. You actually miss key and important events in your life.
Absolutely.
Just because this thing hasn't happened yet for you. But I think what we're trying to say is that thing doesn't define you.
Whatever. Some people is even something like visa.
Yeah.
It could be anything, but
yeah.
Whatever that thing is that you are holding on to, that you are begging God for, or you are trying for, don't let the waiting for that thing stop every other aspect of your life.
Yeah, 100%. And it's very important that, that's something that people really unlearn, because it should I say, it robs you of your blessing, of certain blessings that could have come.
Absolutely.
Just because it might, going back even to the visa thing, you're so stuck. Job opportunities might have even come that are better for you in that season. But just because you're so stuck on, I need to jackpot, or I need to leave, or I need to move, you completely miss out on opportunities to.
Yeah. Honestly, and yeah.
Also, another one is unlearning that silence is respect. Unlearning that silence is respect. So again, just putting it into perspective, staying quiet when a person is hurt isn't grace. It's a self-abandonment.
You know what? That's one lesson that I have to learn it properly. Because my personality is that I just let everything go. I'm not holding on to it, but I don't always say.
But that's what you think. That's what you think.
Fair. In some things, I know I genuinely let it go.
Yeah.
But my personality is that
confrontation is not.
I'm very non-confrontational. I make excuse for everybody. You've not told me that this is the issue, but I've made the excuse.
It needs to make sense why this person is behaving like this.
So I've made the excuse and I've forgiven you based on the excuse that I've made.
Yeah.
You see, that is not making sense, but that's just, and I'm really learning that I'm doing not just myself a disservice, but the person as well. Because if I don't tell you, you don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know not to do it again.
Yeah.
You don't know that this thing has helped me. So I'm also doing you a disservice by not telling you.
Yeah. And sometimes, even in saying that, for me, that silence could actually be learning to walk away.
Loud it.
That silence could be because that speaking up will hurt you even more. So your way of speaking up is
just leave it.
Letting it go.
Yeah.
And not putting yourself, because what we tend to do is that in the silence, we keep putting ourselves in the same position to be hurt over and over and over and over again. Just in the I don't want to fight. I'm a peace lover. I don't like.
See, I'm a peace lover.
I'm a peace lover.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I don't like to fight.
But so sometimes the speaking up actually means walking away. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. And just, putting an end to something that that the more I stay here, the more that I will continue to experience this pain. Because, fair enough, you might have spoken and you've not been received. And then it keeps happening. So at that moment in time, it's just doing yourself that service that, you know what, I'm going to put myself first. I'm just going to let it go.
You see, I'm sighing. Today's a therapy session. So guys, today's a bit heavy, Well, it's a therapy session really where, coming clean on some of the things we have to let go of.
And it's a process. So, we're not sitting here self-righteous and saying that these are not things that we're still struggling with. These are real life situations that we're all confronted with every day, especially when it comes to friendships, relationships, in whatever season that you're in. But I think ultimately what we hope will be taken out of this at the end of it is putting yourself first.
Yeah.
The self-care, that you matter. And when you put yourself first, everybody else will have to fall in line.
Absolutely. It's not selfish. And I think one of the things that I will add to say as one of the things that we're learning or unlearning is this concept that rest is being lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to your point about putting yourself first, self-care, whatever that looks like for you, it's not laziness, it's not selfishness. We are learning that, we have to sometimes prioritize. I'm saying it to you specifically. Self-care is important.
Loud it.
It really is. And you're not being lazy, you're not being selfish. I was talking with somebody recently and she's like, before the end of 2025, you must book yourself a personal retreat. Nobody. No husband, no children, nobody. And if you don't do it, I'm in trouble with her. I'm like, okay, I will.
And that's so good that at least you get, people who hold you accountable to yourself, not to them, to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, it's something that they see that you need.
Yep.
Because a lot of the time, if she had not mentioned, it's not something that will cross your mind.
Honestly, I was thinking, we'll go with this. I will go with this person. She's like, no.
Just you.
Just you. Even if it's a weekend.
And people that have done that, they swear by it.
Now, she said she does it like once a quarter.
Yeah.
I'm like, for real? And she's like, yep. And I was joking and I said, if I do a personal retreat that I'm just going to go and sleep. And she's like, then do that.
Yeah.
If that's what
time.
you need, you want to go and spend a whole weekend, lock yourself somewhere and sleep the entire weekend. And she'll tell me that she's done it before. That she even took sleeping tablets. Because that was the aim of that weekend. She did long weekend, Thursday to Monday.
Yeah.
And her aim was to sleep. That she will sleep, wake up, take sleeping tablet to sleep again. I'm like, oh, for real? She's like, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
That if you're telling me that all you're going to go and do there is sleep, that means you yourself, that you need.
That's something that you need to do.
Yes. So that's my commitment to myself for 2025. I'm going to have.
I'll be hound you.
I know, and I'm putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it out now, so it has to happen. Before the end of 2025, I have to book my personal retreats. I have to give it a try. Season 3, guys, I'll give you the feedback of how it went.
Okay. Right. So, excuse me. This one is deep. I'm unlearning that friendship doesn't have to last forever just because it's old. So again, longevity without see, they're saying words that just trip me up. Reciprocity.
Well, it's
not loyalty.
It's not mutual.
It's fear of letting go. So a lot of friendships are based on, and we've talked about this in the season, where a lot of friendship are based off of the length of time we've been friends, not the substance of the friendship.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's something that, yes, you're absolutely you're okay to be in your feelings about it, but it's just not serving you. You have to let it go.
And I think part of something we also have to understand and accept is sometimes people outgrow you as well. Because sometimes you only look at it from a selfish point of view. You only look at, I've outgrown this person. Yeah. But the truth is sometimes you are the one that is painful. But if somebody decides they don't want to be friends with you anymore because it's actually also okay.
It's okay. And it's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel funny about it. But you grieve and
keep it moving.
And
it doesn't mean they're bad. Yeah. That's another thing I've had to learn as well, that sometimes, people change and it doesn't mean that they are wrong, but they have chosen a different path for themselves. Yeah. I've had friends that because they've gotten married and the husband is moving some type of way, and the husband didn't value our friendship. And it then meant that myself and that person are no longer as close as we were.
Yeah.
And I've had to accept that. It's not because the person is bad. She's just prioritizing her home.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, who is she supposed to prioritize, me or her husband? It's her husband.
Yeah, your mother has told you.
My mother told me. My mother gave me that warning and advice. So so I don't hold it against her.
No.
I don't think she's done anything bad. She's she's prioritized her home.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah. And the other thing as well is, don't be afraid to walk away from a friendship that you know that has been very one-sided.
Yeah. That's another.
Because you feel this obligation that because we've been friends for such a long time, but when you really sit and reflect, you cannot really see the value this person has brought into your life, but you can sit and take stock of what you have done, the sacrifices you have made, or the things you have, done for this person.
Yeah,
but when you think about it hasn't been reciprocated back to you. And so you have to, and it's bold because, and I think for me, that is why a lot of people tend to stay, because it almost feels like an investment.
Yeah, you've invested so much in this.
You feel like you've invested a lot, and it's almost like you're now waiting for your turn to receive. But it just never
comes.
And I think that's just your cue to say, you know what?
At some point, you have to count your losses now. Even investments, when the investment is bad.
Some people just never get to that point where they can truly accept that it's done. But I think that's the point that we're making, that, recently I've had to cut my losses with certain people because I've just realized that for as long as I can remember, it's just never served me being friends or being around these people, because conversations have always been around wanting to bring you down or make you feel a certain type of way. Just let it go. There's no hard feeling. There's no judgment. There's no hatred. It's just not working. Bye, sis.
Man, we are too grown. Like, we are too grown. Me, right now, it's people I need in my life that, if I call you, this thing is going on. Even you cannot even offer me anything, you can pray with me.
Thank you.
You get what I mean? Yeah. Not just to just come and be talk.
Mm-hmm.
If you can help me, great. But if the very least, you can pray with me. So, no, please. No. Not only come these shoes. Have you seen the latest bag? Have you seen the latest shoe? Nah, man.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all you're offering me, and they gist. This person did this. The other person did that.
And I think for me, it's a problem for me at this age and stage that we're at, particularly on the second point you were just making, where if you cannot tell me to my face and I'm having to hear it from somebody else, seriously.
That's even a whole new topic where it should never have been something we accept, People only talk behind your back.
Yeah.
And can never. You call me we call each other friends.
Yeah.
And I've done something wrong that you perceive to be wrong. And you never tell me.
Yeah. And and it's even different if you don't say anything at all, because we talked about that, where some people just stay silent. But
that's a different thing.
Then go and then share it with somebody else in to almost bring me down, or bring a person down. I think that is where for me is, I can almost describe it as almost witchcraft. It is now. It is.
Oh God. Now I think there's so many things. We can keep going on, but I will go on for a few. We'll do a few more.
Yeah.
I think one of the things I will say is I'm unlearning that forgiveness means I have to reconnect. It's possible to forgive, to let go, and the dynamic of that relationship has to change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
I'm a massive believer of that.
And even as a Christian, it's something that I had to learn, even with from the Bible, because our orientation, or my orientation as a Christian, is that forgive. When you forgive, you forgive like how God forgive everybody. You wipe everything and you carry on as normal. But I'm not God, mate. I had to learn that, I know, yes, Jesus Christ, and is the ultimate example, but I'm not Jesus Christ. So what my duty is to learn to forgive people, genuinely let go of said offense, but I also have to protect myself. So I think another thing that feeding into that is boundaries. Setting boundaries is, I'm learning or unlearning, because whatever the term is, that setting boundaries is essential.
It's needed.
It's part of, it's not disrespectful to anybody to set boundaries, and there is nobody that you cannot set boundaries for. If you have to set boundaries for your parents, you do that. If you have to set boundaries for your spouse, you do that. So setting boundaries does not mean necessarily mean limiting the relationship. That's another thing. What does setting boundary mean? It means I will not, there's a standard now.
Yeah. And I think that more importantly on the point of boundaries is that if this person values your relationship,
they will operate within the boundaries.
They will understand, because the reason why the boundaries were not there in the first place is because there was a certain level of untested waters. Do you understand? Yeah. It's almost like having a baby. When you have a baby, you have no boundaries with that baby now. As the child gets older, the child starts to test
where is the boundary.
Exactly. So that is where you start to put certain boundaries in place. You can't do that, you can't go there, discipline, and all the rest of it. So, and I think in any level of relationship, I think having boundaries is really important, because it tests the relationship and helps the relationship to thrive when the boundary is respected on both sides. Absolutely. Because it's not just one person. I have boundaries, these are my boundaries, because we're different. And for relationships to be meaningful, we can't just be operating on let's see how it goes.
But so the boundaries is a key one, and it's as I said, boundaries doesn't necessarily mean you are limiting relationship. Sometimes you're upholding standards. That this is the expectation, this is standard of behavior.
Yeah.
So everybody has to fall in line.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna do one more. Okay. And maybe if you've got time, we can do one more.
Okay.
Today I'm unlearning that. Well, I can't be everything to everyone.
Hey, that's a big one. That's a big one.
I can't be everything to everyone.
Absolutely.
And I'm saying this for myself particularly, you know, and I've been very open about my personality and wanting to serve. Serving makes me happy. You know, it's who I am. Just seeing people around me happy makes me happy. But sometimes the sacrifices I have to make that happen, people don't tend to see that or respect it. And therefore, I hurt myself in the process. So I'm now learning, which is hard because it's going against who I am. I'm now learning that putting myself first is, and I'm even saying this even with my own children.
Yeah.
You know, my children, just because that is just who I am. Mommy this, mommy this, mommy this, mommy this. But now I'm saying, no. Today is just go and eat cereal. I cannot make pancakes today. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Go and you can, things that you can do for yourself. Today, I just want to lie in bed. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Gladdens my heart that you're saying this, honestly. Because I'm the winch that is always telling her, this one, you know that this person is taking the Mickey, right? I'm like,
Please.
but you know that this, and she probably be like, no, but. To the point that some she will not even tell me. She'll just go and do it. Because she knows what I'm going to say. That, sorry, ma, I spoke to you yesterday. You had headache. Why are you here right now? So she won't tell me until she has done it. And I say that not like I'm not guilty, but I'm not as guilty as Pam. So even for me, I don't know that it's last born syndrome that you are used to kind of like just doing. So for you, because you are the first, you are used to taking care of everybody. And so for me as well, because my siblings are that much older than me, I'm just used to this is what you have to do. Okay, stand up and go and do it. You know, not questioning. Or sometimes it's even, I think for me growing up is like I didn't really essentially have a voice per se.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Having an opinion on things
was not really, was surplus to requirements.
Like nobody.
Who are you?
Nobody's asking you.
As in, what you have to say in this matter. Like, this is the secondary school you're going. Yeah. This is the course you're going to read. So your life is so structured in that way. And I just went with it. So if you tell me this is how it has to be done, okay. Yeah. And I just carry on.
Yeah.
So I've had to, like you, or I had to unlearn that you know what you actually want in the situation is also as important. You don't have to just accept that this is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And it translates in every aspect. Even I would say, even with work, career-wise, is one of the things that I've had to learn is that your voice is as important.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter who is in the room. Your voice is also important. If you don't agree, say you don't agree. You just have to learn how to say things respectfully.
Yeah.
And let's be on record.
That's the key word. That's the key word.
You know, say it respectfully, you know. And even when people are testing you, you know, recently I've had it where, you know, where people are almost kind of show you up a little bit. Because everybody's ambitious. And, you know, people that like me who are quiet-ish. You're kind of like easy targets. Your voice, they can easily talk over you and all of that stuff. And it's something that I pray to God over. You know, I have best intention for everybody. So God, please just speak for me. You know, I was in a meeting recently and somebody, we had already agreed something. Myself and my manager, we had agreed something with somebody else. So the person was just coming to give the update. We've agreed this. I've spoken to Drew. I've spoken to her manager, and this is the agreement. And the person's like, and somebody now questioned it, like, why? You know? And our manager was in that meeting, and that one too was like, oh yeah, why did you make that choice? And I was just like, God, what's going on? Who is this guy is trying to show me up? That even if you have this question, can you not ask it after?
Outside of the meeting, yeah.
But I was like, God. So my manager answered. You could see his boss was still having questions. Anyway, I gave my own answer. And I just think, because I don't even know where the answer came from. This is testimony time anyway. And the senior girl was like, yeah, I was questioning this decision actually. And but what Uju just said has sealed it for me. I completely understand. Next. I was like,
So that's the boss.
Yeah. He was like, that based on that question, I was questioning, but this thing somebody said, I was questioning it, you know. But okay. From what you just said, I get it now.
Yeah.
Done. Let's move on.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, thank you, because I don't know where that answer came from.
Yeah.
But it's always because I'm quiet ish generally, and I'm collaborative, you know. I want to hear everybody's,
bring everyone in.
Okay, what's your opinion? Let's collaborate, let's work together, get the best decision done. People sometimes take the mickey with that. So I'm having to learn that, you know what, it's okay to stand your ground.
Yeah. And it's okay to put you first.
Yeah. And if this is what you really think, this is you, in the career perspective, this is my job. I know I'm troubled, but this is my job. Yeah. And based on my professional experience, this is what I'm saying we're going to do.
And just on that as well, which is a really good, should I say testimony, is there's nothing as beautiful as your work speaking for you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing I've been so grateful for since I started working. Everywhere that I've been to, where I've not been around, somebody has tried to say something negative or bring some negativity around me. By the time I come back, it's sorted. Or even I've never really had to defend myself because my work has always spoken for me. And so it's a prayer point that I have that, you know, wherever I am, and not just even work, wherever I find myself, let God just put people in places that will speak for me. Absolutely. That would just say that, you know what, this thing you're saying is not making sense. That's not Pam.
Yeah.
But that's not Uju. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing as beautiful as that. Sometimes the information will even come to you later.
Afterwards,
Later. Someone will just say, hey, by the way, can you imagine this happened? And you're like, wow, what? Really? Like, I had no idea, you know? Yeah.
And so my final one is today, I'm unlearning that I have to be strong all the time.
Which marries into what sure.
That, you know, vulnerability is not weakness.
It's not.
It's just about sharing my vulnerability in the right spaces and with the people that will be there to hold me up.
Yeah.
But I don't have to be strong all the time.
Yeah. Because we have been made to feel that womanhood means that we have to be strong always.
Yeah.
That's how we've been nurtured. That's how we've been brought up. But actually, it's okay. It's okay. But you know the funny thing, also to our male viewers as well, learning and seeing men being vulnerable has been one, I feel, for me, one of the most beautiful things. Absolutely. Because I haven't grown up to see vulnerable men. Yeah. I don't know that many vulnerable men. So now, and you know, again, coming back to the advantages of social media, it's nice to see different perspectives of different people and to actually know that it's okay for a man to be soft. This whole concept of wanting to be hard and, you know, it's nice to be able to see a man who can actually be vulnerable as well. Yeah, and I think it doesn't get said enough, but, you know, especially men being vulnerable with one another, you know, even if you can't be vulnerable with your wife or whoever, but at least have your fellow men that you can share these things with. Because the truth of the matter is a lot of people are suffering the same thing alone. Yeah. But if you know, people speak, it takes one person. Yes. And it just opens a can of worms, like, really? You understand? And then as a collective, they can fight this thing together and, you know, get past it. And I see a lot of it now online. You know, men are speaking about these are the struggles. This is what's going on. You know, we have men's mental health is a big thing. Yeah. It's not a weakness. It really is not. Even on a lighter note, I've seen, I don't know if you've seen any of these videos where random guys just ring their friends randomly and say, yeah, I just got to say good night, or I just got to say I love you. I like, you did mad? Are you okay?
The one that sounds to
No.
take it.
Like, no, because it's strange.
Yeah.
It's not. It's something that me and you say.
I love
you know. You know how Nana always laughs at us, like when you know end of the call, like, oh, love you. I was like, So for men, it's not normal for them, but for women, it's normal. I was like, I know, like, imagine randomly somebody calls your husband and is like, yeah, I just like call to say I love you.
Love you. Or he's ending the call with his guy. Like, okay, bye. I love you. I said,
no, the first question, are you dying?
Okay.
Is everything okay? No, but I think we need to see more of that, honestly, because this whole misconception of strength in being strong is actually there's a lot more strength in being vulnerable.
It's just about knowing where you can be and creating those safe spaces.
Absolutely. That's it.
To be vulnerable, because obviously your vulnerability cannot be shared everywhere, because there are people who will weaponize it and use it against you.
Again, sorry, it's just another funny video. I just remembered saying that I don't know if you've seen some of these videos as well, where the woman has been the boss in the office and everything, and then she walks in the house, drops all her work stuff, and the husband will pick her up.
Yes.
And like, I'm tired of being the boss. I'm now the baby girl.
She has to be. Everybody has a place.
You need to have that safe space. Definitely.
Yeah. And even as a guy, you should be able to, at home, if you need to be a baby.
Oh, well, let me massage your head, massage your feet. You've been busting the whole day. Oh, yeah, come, just be a baby right now. It's okay.
It's all right. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much for hanging with us. We look forward to season 3.
Yeah.
So there will be lots of exciting things that will be coming up. We've taken feedback. We'll have, for our male audience, we're gonna try our hardest to, get some topics as well that will relate more to you. That's one of the things we can promise you for season 3.
Mm-hmm. And these are conversations that we really need you guys to be open and vulnerable with us as well, because we don't want to come from a place of assumptions. We really want to hear your thoughts about the topics that we're going to explore in season 3. So all our male audience,
we got you.
Yeah.
We got you.
We're hearing you and we're seeing you. So yeah. The other thing that we're hoping to try and get done in season 3 is hopefully we can pull some kind of retreat together. That's something that we're thinking about doing. And so hopefully there'll be more detail about it once we're able to gather information about how we're going to do it. But we really do want to come to a place where we can just all have fun. And, it's not just me and Uju talking. We want to actually hear live and direct some of these topics that you guys are saying is resonating with you. It'd be nice to actually hear you guys talk about it from your perspectives as well, from a, very open and vulnerable space that, we hope to put together in season 3.
Some people have said we should do it live, where you guys can actually join in and have, a conversation with us as well, or share your opinion. So it's something we're going to look into as well, based on your feedback.
About that. Yeah.
And lots more, to be honest. So watch this space. Season 3 is going to be even more exciting than season 1 and 2.
Yeah. But you know what, guys? We are, again, so appreciative of the time that you guys have given to us, and thank you so much for riding with us. And we don't want it to stop. It's only going to get better and it's going to get bigger. Thank you to our RC Pod family. You guys are amazing. We cannot, and we want more. There's space and room for many more to come. So please, guys, continue to share, continue to give us your feedback, continue to subscribe, and that's the whole point. We want to connect with you guys. That's why we're called the Rooted Connections.
Absolutely.
Connect.
And continue having those conversations, because the thing that gladdens our heart the most is when we hear that our podcast has made you go and have conversations in your groups and with, your friends and all of that. And that's the whole point of what we do, to facilitate these conversations. And finally, none of this would be possible without our
family,
our production crew,
the ones that refuse to show their faces. One day we will drag you to the front.
You guys,
but thank you guys so much for our crew, for continuing to ride with us. We're so super grateful to you guys. Thank you.
And all our
Your time.
guests that have, graced our season.
Yep. I made it rich with conversation. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sitting with us. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. We're really grateful.
We appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.
Yeah.